All right, welcome everyone. Today we are diving into what is maybe the most crucial and, let's be honest, the most challenging part of learning Mandarin, the tones. Now, getting the tones right isn't just about sounding good or losing your accent. It's way more important than that. It's literally the key to being understood at all. The difference between getting a tone right and getting it wrong can be the difference between a normal conversation and a really, really awkward one. So let's get into it. And when I say awkward, I'm not kidding. This is a classic example. Imagine you're trying to say the word for mother, which is ma, but you get the tone just a little bit wrong and instead you say ma. Well, you didn't just mispronounce a word. You actually, literally, said the word for horse. This isn't just a funny accent. It's a completely different word. This is the wild world of Mandarin tones we're about to explore. So, what's actually happening here? Well, Mandarin is what we call a tonal language. Basically, it means that the way your voice goes up or down on a word, the pitch, can completely change what that word means. Think about English. I can say hello, like a question, or hello, like I'm excited. The pitch changes, but the word hello still means hello. Not in Mandarin. You change the pitch, you change the word. It's as fundamental as the vowels and consonants. Okay, so let's break down the four main tones of Mandarin, one by one. We're going to start with the first tone. In Chinese, it's called yi sheng. The key to this one is that it's high and it's flat. Think of this as our starting point, our baseline. Okay, so listen closely. The sound is ma. Did you hear that? My voice started high and it just stayed there. No dips, no rises. It's like holding a single note when you're singing. Why don't you try it? Just stretch out the sound ma. Ma. Just keep it steady and high. So yeah, just to really hammer it home, the first tone, yi sheng, is all about that high, steady sound. Find a comfortable high spot in your voice and just hold it. It should sound clear and totally level. And this brings us to our very first word. That high, flat sound, ma, means mother. This is the word we were trying to say in that whole mother-horse mix-up. And, there's something kind of nice about it. A tone that's steady and high for the word mother. Okay, so we've got the flat, high tone down. Now let's move on to the second tone, sheng. With this one, we're going to start moving our voice. The key thing to listen for here is a nice, smooth, upward slide. So the second tone sounds like this. Ma. Hear that? Ma. It starts kind of in the middle of my voice and just goes straight up, ending around where the first tone lives. It should be a really smooth ride up. The absolute best trick for remembering this one, especially for us English speakers, is to think about how you sound when you ask a question. If someone tells you some gossip and you go, "What?" or "Really?" That upward inflection, that's it. That's the second tone. Try it with the syllable ma. And just like that, with that simple rising tone, the meaning is totally different. Ma is not mother. It's hemp. Same syllable, just a different tone, and you've got a completely different object. You can really start to see how important getting this right is. All right, now we come to the tone that usually gives beginners the most trouble. This is the third tone, san sheng. It's a bit more complex because it has two parts. It falls and then it rises a bit. You really need to listen for that initial dip in your voice. Okay, let me show you. It sounds like this. Ma. One more time. Ma. You should be able to hear my voice go way down low to the bottom of my range, and then it comes back up just a little bit. That dip is everything for this tone. So, by the book, the third tone is a fall-rise tone. But here's a really important tip. In a real fast conversation, you almost never say the full thing. Most of the time, you just do the first part, the dip. You just go low and kind of stay there. For now, though, it's really good to practice the full dip and rise to get the muscle memory down. And here we are. We've come full circle. Ma, with that dipping third tone, means horse. So when you confuse that high, flat first tone with this low, dipping one, yep, that's it. You're not just a little off key, you're calling someone's mother a horse. Okay, let's wrap up with our last one, the fourth tone, si sheng. This one is pretty much the exact opposite of the second tone. Instead of rising, it falls, and it's a sharp, quick, decisive fall. No hesitation. The fourth tone has a really commanding feel to it. It sounds like this. Ma. See how it starts up high, right where the first tone is,
and then just drops like a rock? It's quick and sharp. Ma.
Yeah, the best words to describe the fourth tone are forceful and fast. It's a very definite sound. A good way to think about it in English is when you give a command, like stop or no. That sharp downward chop in your voice is exactly the energy you need for the fourth tone.
And it totally makes sense that ma means to scold. The sound itself is kind of angry, right? It's assertive, it's forceful. The tone perfectly matches the meaning of the word. Okay, so we've looked at each of the four tones on their own. Now it's time to put it all together. Let's put them side by side so you can really hear how these different pitches create four completely different words from the exact same syllable. So let's just run through this table here. I'm going to say each one, so really listen for the difference. First tone, high and flat, ma, which is mother. Second tone, rising up, ma, meaning hemp. Third tone, the dip, ma, our horse. And the fourth tone, that sharp fall, ma, to scold. Listen one more time, all in a row. Ma, 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 ma. Four tones, four completely different things. So if there is one thing you take away from all this, it's this. In Mandarin, the tone is the meaning. It's not extra flavor. It's not an optional part of pronunciation. If you use the wrong tone, you are saying the wrong word. Simple as that. The sound and the meaning are completely locked together. Getting this idea into your head is the real first step to becoming fluent in Mandarin. It forces you to listen in a totally new way and to use your voice in ways you're probably not used to. It's definitely a challenge, but once you master these tones, you've basically unlocked the entire language. The only question left is, are you ready to start practicing?